Hey everybody, this is Kristen. I'm hoping you weren't looking at me staring at the computer screen for too long, but I figured I'd change up my background and do something a little fun. I am sharing with you my holiday gifting tips each week, and this week I am focusing on what I consider to be my best gift for someone who's been naughty or nice. You've probably heard that phrase before, and I honestly feel it's really fun to give to like your best friend or a sibling, or just somebody you know in your life who has a good sense of humor and is into masking. So I'll show you the products and then you can help me figure out which one's which. There's the moisture renewing gel mask. I know it's really bright in here. I'll do what I can to give you a little contrast so you can see it. And this is the our deep cleansing charcoal mask. Again, I can only do so much. It's really bright out at my house, which I'm grateful for. I can't complain. I'd rather it not be super duper dark in here. It's never fun that way. And I grew up with the tradition that if you were a good boy or girl and you hung up your stocking by the fireplace or mantle, you would get candy and goodies if you've been good. And if you've been bad, you'd get a lump of coal. Based on that, I would think that the charcoal mask would be for someone who's been naughty. Get it? Wink, wink. And the hydrating gel mask would be for someone who's been good. Not that you can't switch them. Honestly, it's just kind of a joke. And I have some images to show you of packaging ideas, but I do want to share that those photos are taken over a year ago, and I don't have as many of the headbands, or I actually now have the applicator brushes instead of the old foundation brushes. I still have some of those. So if you prefer the silicone brush versus the synthetic brush, both of them are really easy to clean and maintain. But what I love about them is they're about the same price point, and the masks are also about the same price point. And they're a little difference in ounceage. One's a little more because there's a more ounceage. And I have, if the screen share will work, slides that I can show you. Let's see if this works. Looks like it's working. Yay! So I'm gonna, sorry, I also have this open to monitor my feed, but I will try to minimize as many things as possible so I can show you guys some of the products. So you can see I should have rotated that, but basically this is a sleeping mask with a white fluffy bag to put the gel mask in. Oh, I see when I roll my mouse, that's where it is. So this is sort of like your traditional stocking. You can't really see, there's edging there. It's fake fur, red velvet, the charcoal mask, and of course now I have the applicator brush instead of the old foundation brush, and limited edition headbands. If I'm out of headbands, oh, I'm going way too fast. Let's try it a little slower. One at a time, maybe. I guess they're not in the order that I thought they would be in. Again, I just showed it in a bucket as opposed to a bag. And I think that's the same bag. It's just with a white background, you couldn't see it as well. And I have various sleep masks. I have various headbands. I have also other products like scarves and gloves. If you feel like it would be better to pair the product with some other cute item, I've got various things to choose from. So again, the charcoal mask, just kind of the way it visualizes them a little nicer. See it now, it actually does fit in the bag. You can draw the drawstring closed. If you really want to get fancy, I can't do this, but if you wanted to like monogram or stick a sticker with their initial on there, that'd be kind of cute. Or put in the phrase, "You've been naughty." It's easy to modify those. And that's just me trying to show you the ideas, the packaging possibilities that you might want to have. You could use a pillow box. You could use a shopping bag with like, you know, bows and ribbons and tissue and what have you. It's more about the gift than it is about the packaging, but obviously if the packaging is suitable. Now, let's say you're not celebrating Christmas, you're celebrating another holiday. They're still nice gifts. We would find something more seasonally appropriate to put them in. These often are given to people who maybe don't have a skincare line that they love, but you want to give them something that anyone, male or female, can use. These are gender neutral. And again, I apologize. I can see how bright that is. But as I said, I'll try to make it so you can kind of at least see the label a little bit. These are my favorite gifts. I think this is 22 and this is 24, and then the applicator brush is 12 and the foundation brush is 10. So as I said, with a couple dollars difference. So we're talking a great gift for around 30 to 35, depending on what your shopping price point is and what kind of packaging you want. I don't charge for the packaging, but what I will do is I do have to charge for shipping this year because they're upping the shipping rates as of mid-October, and I'm using the Postal Service. Even though it's flat rate shipping, it's a little bit more. but it's still the best way because these things have a little weight to them and I don't want to have to pay for the ounceage of weight. I would rather pay for just the size of the box that I'm shipping out to you. If you need it gift wrapped ahead of time, I can do that. If you just want me to send you the bits and you can assemble it or wrap it yourself even, that's fine too. I will include a tag that says if they're not 100% satisfied, don't worry about regifting, contact me, and I will handle the exchange or return of the product. So you don't have to, and it won't be awkward. Everybody wins. And I always say, if you're not sure about allergies or sensitivities, check with me. Find out what they're allergic to and check with me. I can find the ingredients list. But should anyone ever have a reaction to something, it's rare, but it could be possible. We would absolutely refund them the value of the product and find something else they could use or give them a credit they can use towards other product because there's got to be something they can use from our product line. We have a lot of stuff. Or they could turn around and just gift it to someone else. That's always a possibility. But you never have to worry about being stuck with trying to figure out what to give somebody. There is so many options. And so every week at 3 o'clock, I'm going to come on live. It may sometimes be a pre-recorded version of me because if I'm traveling, sometimes I have to kind of pre-record. I will try to show you more ideas. Last week we talked about the man can, and I'm trying to remember now what we talked about the previous week, but each week it's going to be one of my top bestsellers. I know I have the limited edition masking pod set. I know I have some of our limited edition lotion and lip balm sets. We have it in a citrus, a berry, and a coconut. That's my personal favorite. And of course, we have other little giftables that we can add, like the miniature brush sets and the miniature blending sponges that people might want to add if they know their person's a makeup person. Coming up in the next few weeks on Tuesdays, I'm going to be demoing different color looks on this mini palette. It's 4 eyeshadow shades. Maybe pairing that mini palette with the 3 brushes and those 4 eyeshadow shades would make for a great gift for your niece or your teenage babysitter or your friend who is on the go but loves her glam. There are a lot of people out there that you need to shop for. You're probably going to try to avoid them all because I don't feel personally it's particularly safe. And on the other hand, if you shop online with some other vendor who shall remain nameless, but I know they're the prime reason I do what I do so well, I offer fast delivery. I offer fast shipping. I offer in stock. I will let you know if I don't have it in stock. I will try to be best about having it in stock in the first place. So there is no back ordering and no shipping delays. You get the tracking number. You get to status of when it got dropped off and picked up because you can go online and find it with the tracking number. It's insured. It is protected. And I'm really good at packaging things. And my husband's a letter carrier. So I'm going to be handing it off to him to take to work. So it's not going to get dropped or thrown around on the back of a truck before it ever makes it to the post office. Also for me, I think it's great because it keeps him working. Got to support the hubs. And on top of that, one thing I really value is that I'm shopping small by supporting myself, but I can turn around and augment a gift with products from some of my other fellow vendors. I have a friend who's a book vendor. I have a friend who's a Tupperware vendor. I have a friend who's a Pampered Chef vendor. I have a friend who does the clothing or the jewelry. If you want to augment a gift, let's say you want to give perfume, but you'd also want to give a lovely necklace to go with it. I can hook you up with people who will give you honest and good pricing that is fair and appropriate for your shopping budget. Just ask. I love to spread the wealth around. I love to make sure that everybody wins in this holiday season.